What is up, everybody? Welcome to Out of Bounds with your host with the most. My name is CubsFan004. We are back with another week of Out of Bounds podcast with my man Ty Guy. What up, man?
What's up, guys? What's up?
How are you, my dude?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got back from practice, so trying to cool down a little bit, but I'm doing good.
That's good. Well, for the people that don't know you, go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm Tyguy711. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 2 years now. I've been streaming in general for about 4. I'm from the MLB The Show community. Dabbled into Madden when I first started, and now I'm here in the MLB The Show community for good. And if you guys haven't checked me out, please do so. But I'm very happy to be a part of this. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah. I've been meaning to have you on here, man. It's good to have you on. We are 6 days away from 21? Is it 6 or 7?
We're 7 days away, and I am so excited.
Yeah, 7 days away, chat. 7 days away. And my goodness, the hype is real. My goodness, I cannot wait for all this. And to let you all know, hopefully I have big plans for next week when it comes to doing a send-off podcast for MLB 20, but we shall see. But this podcast will be available all through YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify, so make sure you guys check it out. And thank you all that are listening to this outside of where we were doing this live on Twitch. But Ty, the first question I always ask everybody on here is, how'd you get into content creation, and why did you get into content creation, my friend?
So the reason I started off doing it is because I was a huge Madden guy, like I said earlier, and I watched Onto the Boss like every day. It was like a ritual thing. So I watched him quite a bit, and I thought, why not try it? I thought it'd be pretty cool. I started off by making videos, and it went all right. And then I started doing live streams, and that's when it really started to do a lot better. And I've kind of just been in love with live streaming since, and I've always kind of thought content creator was kind of cool. As a kid, like making videos for a living is kind of like, something that a lot of people want to do. So when I got into it, I've been obsessed ever since. So I definitely say I'm happy that I got into it.
Yeah. How old were you when you dabbled into it?
Ooh, 13, 14. I mean,
you were young.
That's pretty young.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
You were young. Yeah. I remember when you got into it. You were a young boy. And
I was too young, to be honest, but
not a developed brain, huh?
Yeah.
we won't get into depth to that, but if the MLB community knows about a lot about that, you know the whole story behind that, and yeah. I know. I'm just gonna say this. I know plenty of people in this fucking community that have more of a developed brain at the age of whatever age they are, like even below the age of 25. I mean, hell, Serenity's had more of a developed age since I've known him, and I've known him since he was 14. That kid is insane. But I digress. Do you feel like it's been like a limitation being a content creator at the age, at a young age and all that?
Yes and no. I mean, in the sense that, there's a lot of different type of videos you can make when you're older. And it would take me a little while to come up with examples, but like, I've always had like those situations where like, oh, I can make this video. And it's like, no, I can't. Like, even like, it sounds so silly, but like, like Kyle does his like drunk BR streams, and like when you're like watching those, everybody enjoys those. Right. And I'm obviously not going to go on Twitch and get absolutely hammered and freaking stream at 17 years old, but there's other things like your friends always having to be like, oh, you want to come hang out, like come hang out with us, don't do that, or the girlfriend or the family. There's baseball. I mean, there's a lot of different factors to it, and I think there's a lot of limitations as well. So it's not fun with the limitations, but at the same time, I wouldn't rather do anything else, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I mean, who else at the age of 17 can say that they have, so amount of subs or so amount of followers or
Right.
you know, so on and so forth. I mean, I wish I had that when I was 17. Like shit.
Yeah,
Like I
that's the
didn't.
number one thing too. Like I'll talk to like Ray or Truman or all these other guys, and they're always like, "Dude, like for 17 years old, like you have it like set," and that always like that always boosts me up a little bit, just making me feel better about it.
Well,
Because
yeah,
I mean,
I
it's awesome.
yeah I mean I don't know if I don't know if you know this, but I didn't get into content when I was till I was 21. I mean, I didn't take it seriously because like I had those like little shitty RuneScape videos here and there when I was like young, but
Right,
like that was making it on like Windows Movie Maker and shit. But
right,
like,
right,
once I started taking it seriously, buying all this, expensive equipment because, I have the money.
right.
I I was not a young age, and I was at 20. I mean, well, still young, but not like young like you were.
Right, right.
I wish I had gotten into it earlier, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I got into it when I was older. Same
Oh yeah,
time.
I mean that's my number one thing too. Is like a lot of people would ask me, like my coach, for example, like my baseball coach, he was like, "So my daughter's like really into this YouTube stuff, and she thinks it's super cool, and she wants to do it." She's like, "Would you recommend doing it?" And I told him no, because I think for like when you're that young, like go live your life and like go have fun with like your friends and stuff first, because you could always try that later on. And I feel like when you're older too, like there's not as many limitations, like there's not other things that are going to block you as much as you are when you're like younger, high school, doing all the schoolwork and you know outside activities. So I mean, I wish I started realistically at like 15, 16 instead of putting myself all on it like at 13.
Hmm?
But I didn't really start taking it like very, very seriously until like I would say probably like last year,
Yeah.
because I started to notice a little bit of growth, and then like I really started to hammer down on like, oh, like why don't I make purchase upgrades and go from there. I always had like little upgrades, but they weren't like anything crazy.
Yeah. Well, and you're hitting that stride now, where you're realizing that your numbers aren't always going to matter. Sometimes it's just if you're having fun with it,
Right.
you're having fun with it. Like I
I mean,
realized that a long time ago.
right. And I mean, that's something that, like that's another thing. When I started to grow a lot, I focused too much on the numbers, and I hated that. But that's just how, like, not only how the community is, but how in general streaming is. Like, you're taught to look at the numbers when that's not what it should be. It should be go have fun, do this because you want to, and not because you want to grow, and then the growth is just like another plus for it. So,
Yeah,
um,
I agree.
yeah, I wouldn't want that to be my number one mindset, all about the numbers. But I mean, I've had people tell me it like that's what you need to do, like, and I've kind of just been like, I don't want to do that, but it took over
Do
me for a
what
while.
do what like this is what I say to like a lot of up and coming guys. Like, do what you want to do. Like, don't worry
Right,
about what else anybody else wants and anybody else tells you. Just do what you want to do. Like,
right,
and you will enjoy it 10 times more than when you are worrying about someone, like what other people think, you know?
oh, 100%. And I mean, like that's what I've been doing the last, I would say, like month, is whenever I do stream. I've been streaming very little just because I've been working a lot off stream. Like I've been working a lot on what I'm going to plan on doing going into the new year or new game. So I've been focusing on that more than anything. And when I'm not streaming, I always think like, when I go into my next stream, I want to have fun. I don't want to do it, and just fire up because I want to fire up. I want to fire up and like have fun, interact a ton with chat and all of that. So I think if like at the end of the day, if I have a good stream, I don't want it to be a good stream because of the numbers. I want to be a good stream because I had a lot of people talking to me, or I made a couple new friends in the community, or I was just having fun playing the game. Like one of those three, like that's my number one thing.
Right. Holy. Yeah, and Dan, I got a buddy in my chat, Damn Jewel, he knows, yo, off stream work is real. Like Sometimes, like, I can sit here and tell you, the stuff you do off stream is a lot more work than when you're on stream.
100%.
Sometimes I'm catching myself doing that off stream work on stream.
Exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I've been doing too. And I think a lot of people think streaming is easy. And for the people that do, they don't understand that there's work that you have to do outside of it if you want to really be successful. And I think that's another thing like that weighed on me too was like all the off stream work. But I learned how to like manage that properly, and like, hey, this day I'll do this. Like Sundays, like I dedicate my time to like editing TikToks or editing a video or any of that sort because I don't want to, have all these other days where I'm like, oh, I can't hang out tonight or I can't do this. It's just like I don't want to be that person, but I do take this very seriously. And I think if I can get it all done in one day, then I don't have to worry about it in the future.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Was there anybody that really truly inspired you, whether it's I can't remember the name you mentioned earlier, but
Onto the boss.
Onto the boss. Yeah, besides him, maybe there was like somebody that's always been like like an inspiration or a mentor to you in your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I can name a few. I mean, once I got into that would be the show community, I was a big fan of Cougs, obviously. I mean, that's what you're gonna get that from everybody. I mean, I think that was just starting out. Yeah, right. Everybody loves Cougs. Like Cougs is the best. But my mentor, I would have to say, is definitely or was, and I still kind of hit him up here and there, is M. Frisk. I mean, that dude is filled with knowledge and is such a good dude. He's been nothing but been like helpful with me. I can't thank him enough. I've had good conversations with Fuzzy about growing. I have so many people I could like thank, because a lot of people have looked out for me, and I've always will be appreciative of that. But Frisk is one person that stood out because I mean, when I was streaming on YouTube 3 years ago, he was like one of the first people to help me out. So I'll never forget that.
There's a reason why people call him Dad.
Right, exactly. I mean, he is like the father figure of this community, and I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
I miss chatting with that dude all the time. He is
I do too, man.
He is the like he has so many wise words you could give that he gives out.
There were so many things that he would tell me. He would be like, and it's like the craziest things too that you don't think about. Like for YouTube, like in keywords, he said, go on Google. It was like, go on Google and like look up like the most searched up things, right? And then like you type like a keyword for that. And let's say like last year when Fernando Tatis like hit the grand slam and it started the whole Slam Diego thing and then the 3-0 pitch and all that stuff. Like you type that in and then you could correlate that into your YouTube channel and your titles. Like stuff like that. Like I don't just think of that. Like he spends his time looking into that and then brings it all back and is willing to give me that knowledge. Like that stuff like always will amaze me because I really do appreciate it. He's such a good dude.
Yeah, he really is. I was in his stream the other day when he was talking about keywords and all that and how you use it for titles, how you correlate that with everything you do, and I'm sitting here like, wow, I didn't even know this. Like I'm sitting here I'm sitting here like baffled because I didn't even know half of this stuff, and he's dropping so much knowledge, and it's
he's incredible. I love talking to Frisk, and I've had so many different conversations with him, and he's just always been super, super helpful every single time.
You picked the wrong stream to do this, D-Lo. God damn, he's already dropped 20 gifted subs. My goodness, dude. Thank you so before we get back into the topics, thank you so much, D-Lo, for the 20 gifted subs. You absolute animal. You absolute goat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. No, Pepe. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Pepe, you're gorgeous, baby.
Yeah, you're absolutely gorgeous, man. So Frisk was always an inspiration. What's really like kept you from like quitting? In a sense.
Oh man, there's a lot of things, and I've contemplated that a lot. Just because I think, and like I said, it kind of relates to what I said earlier. Like as a teenager, you want to live your life to the fullest, and have fun with your friends. And I think that was definitely a thing, that I've always had. That's always been kind of like something that pulls me down in a sense, because I've never wanted to quit, but I also want to have fun and just, not worry about it. And then, I mean, there's stuff that happens in the community too that you never want to happen. And I mean, that's never fun to deal with. So I would say that stuff's always a factor. But what makes me keep going is just realizing that, like I always I've been tagged in a lot of these like, partner tweets. And I was talking about it with Thuni, like those mean a lot to me, but it puts a lot of stress on me. Like it makes me feel pressured in a sense to do it, because I've always, it's obviously a goal of mine, but at the same time, like I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But then again, I realized that, I don't want to disappoint those people. And if I don't hit partner, that's fine. But I want to at least, make an effort to do so, and, show these people that I'm really giving my all, because I have like a big following of people that I can't thank enough. And, like I would do anything to repay them. And I feel like my way to repay them would be, not letting them down by just quitting that easily. So I
Yeah.
think that's been my thought process whenever I think about it. But I can't lie when I say like that's definitely been a thought before, 100%.
Right. I could sit here and say it's always been a thought, because you always just look at what other streamers are doing, or what's really going on with your stream, and then you're like, you just get down on yourself, and
Right.
and you sit here and question. I've had those moments more than I would like, but that at the end of the day, if you're having so much fun with it, there's no reason to quit, and you're gonna have a group of people that don't want you to go anywhere. And obviously I have that group of people, you have that group of people, any content creator, any streamer has that group of people that will never want to see you go, and they'd be upset,
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's like I mentioned that there's always the drama, but the friends in the community, man, like that's, I've become close with people that I never thought I'd be close with, and I think it's so cool that I get the opportunities that I get. Like, I never would have thought, if you told me I'd play Amir Garrett in a freaking MLB The Show game, I would have never told you. Like, I would
Right.
tell you you're crazy. And like, even my friends, like a couple nights ago, like when he responded to a tweet, they were like, "Bro, did you see Amir Garrett responded to you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, Amir Garrett's like super chill. Like, he and I have had some really cool conversations. Or, I talked to them when like I went into like Tommy Canley's stream, and Tommy Canley said, "Hey, are you Ty Guy? Like, I know who you are." Like, like that stuff like always is like so cool to me, because I wouldn't be in this position without, all these people supporting me. So
Yeah.
that's that the opportunities was another thing too. It's like you can't ever, just overlook them and just be like, whatever. Like it's happened before. Like I want to always appreciate that and show how appreciative I am of it.
Right. No, that makes sense. Like when you have those like people that like recognize you, or people that know who you are, there are times when you feel like you're on cloud nine.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think anything beats that for me. Like with that Omir weekend where like I was just streaming that whole time, is I really I don't think I've ever had a better weekend streaming. Like that was the most fun I've ever had. Like I mean, I played Fortnite with him, Bryson Stott, and Cream, and I was like, that was insane to me. Like I was playing with a top Philadelphia Phillies prospect and Amir Garrett of the Cincinnati Reds. Like, can you really beat that? It's
No, not at all.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot beat that at all. You cannot. Like, and I've interviewed professional athletes. I've interviewed, countless content creators that I'd sit here and question, like, how the fuck do you know my name? Like, how do you like like if I didn't interview them, I'd be sitting here like, how do you know who I am?
Right. Yeah.
Like you have 1 million subs. How the hell do you know who I am? I'm small potatoes, but it's still, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're on cloud nine. I mean,
yeah.
I can sit here and tell you the drama in the community, I don't think would ever get me to quit necessarily.
No, I mean, it depends on the situation for sure. But I feel like, when there's confrontations like in between like your circles, and that's what I've learned. Like, I've learned to keep your circle very small. And it sounds corny because you hear everybody say it, but I mean, keep those circles small because there are so many things that go on. And even, things that happened that this past weekend, like I was close with people and now I'm not. Because people make the wrong comments.
People want to say
it's simple as that.
People want to say dumb shit and then continuously bury himself into a fucking hole.
It's I like I said, I've learned to keep my circle small, and I've always the thing that I've always wanted to focus on is like the people that always support me. I don't care if you're a content creator or not. Like if you're there to support me and you've been there like since day one, you've always been there to help me, then I don't think, I'm ever going to want to let you go. Like I can name so many different people that, go by that because of how supportive they've been. And I would never want them to ever leave, my content creation journey. I could never let them go.
Right. No, I feel you on that. I mean, constantly I'll sit here and tell like community members, don't let the drama get to you. Like, at the end of the day, it could be worse. But you could you could be the 2K community. But then again, I don't know if I've seen one whole community dunk on someone so fucking bad. Like everyone. I'm not gonna bring up names, but we obviously know who it is. Blah blah blah. But this is something I've been in this community for what, 6 years now, and I've never seen one person get dunked on by the entire community ever.
And while we were all going against that person, I also think it shows like how unified and how close this community is as a whole. Like, we had so many people that were like defending like the below 18-year-olds that were like, really, like you're really going to say that about these people? But like, I think it's really cool because I don't think many communities are like that. You go into the 2K community, they don't care.
Gives you warm, wholesome vibes that everybody will dunk on one person.
It's weird, but it's true, man.
It is.
It's weird, but it's true, man. Like the community can be so good in so many different ways. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It definitely can. It definitely can. But moving on from that, because obviously we need to quit talking about that. But quick, what you got any big goals for this year for your content?
I think my goals are to be consistent and just have fun. I mean, obviously, a partner would be great, but I don't want to pressure myself to that. And I don't want to, I just want to let time and my own, uploads and streams do that for themselves. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, so be it. I think I've done this for 4 years now. I think I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. But my main thing is this year, I just want to have fun. I don't want to pressure myself into doing things that I don't need to do. And I just want to make more friends this year. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of new people coming from Xbox. And I think that makes a lot of room for, talking to new people and introducing all these people to an amazing community. So I would say those are like my main goals this year.
Well, that's some good goals to have because putting like certain other goals on yourself is sometimes can really hinder your growth at certain times.
Yeah. And I mean, I think, Day's been a huge person. I've seen him every time and I think about him every time when I see this tweet, but he always is like, don't say your goals publicly, because then, you know, it's like it's gonna put you down, because then if you don't get that goal, then it's all out there and you let all these people see it, and then you're gonna think that you disappointed people when deep down you really didn't. So I just want to have fun, and now that you're hearing that from me, then I think that should be good enough. And if I'm not having fun, then people need to hold me accountable for that. But
Definitely.
I just want to have a good time. I don't want to worry about, you know, the numbers this year. And I just want to meet a lot of new people this year. I'm very excited about new people coming over into the community.
Yeah, well, segue into that, talking about new people coming in. What do you think about the fact that it's coming to Xbox?
I love it. I think it's about time. I think they should have done it a little while ago, but then again, I think with how big gaming has been getting over the past few years, I think this might be the perfect time to do it. So I think it's going to be a very, very big move for SDS, and I'm very excited to see what they do. I think that means that the content in the game will be better. I think that that's going to motivate them to make the game better. I couldn't be more excited about it, honestly.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it's going to take this community into a different level than what we've seen over the years, because you and me both know that we've seen this community at its lowest and we've seen it at its highest, and now it's going to hit its peak.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, even 3 years ago, everybody knew everybody. Like, you know, like there was Atron, Twin, that Jaff Gaming, I remember him. You know, like I can name off like all the content creators that were streaming and making content from that time. And I probably would have missed many people because there were literally so few people streaming the game, because no one really played it. Like it was just a very small game that was trying to build its ground and get a lot bigger.
And now it's built its ground even more, to the point where now it's gonna skyrocket.
Which, it's like I said, it's about time, because we need baseball to grow, and I think this is one way that it can. Because little do people know, like for me, Madden is the way I found out like about a lot of football players. And I think that if you play MLB The Show, and you know you're a little kid playing baseball, then you can study the rosters and like look at all these players, and then actually want to watch the games. Stuff like that is just gonna help baseball grow, and I think baseball needs to grow in general. So I think this is a perfect time.
I fully agree with that, and I think that's what the MLB is actually seeing, considering the fact that they're the ones that really pushed for them for SDS to bring it to Xbox. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think there's a better time than now, because baseball, it's a lot of people are criticizing it for being so quote unquote boring and slow, and that's why they're adding all these dumb rules to make up for that. But they don't need to. They just need to promote their players more, and I think MLB The Show is doing a great job. Even like the Diamond Club thing, like where they had like Liam Hendricks open his little thing where it shows he's a diamond, like stuff like that, as small as that, can be really, really cool to just get the game out there.
Yeah, I agree. It like brought like very like similarities to the 99 Club from Madden. So
yes,
that's what I saw that, and then I was like, they're trying to really bring that into the fold, and I really like that, especially with the aspect of it being a Topps card. You know?
Yeah, the 1-of-1s. Those are. I would do anything for those cards.
Honestly, yes.
I would pay some ridiculous money for that.
Even though I don't know if the Cubs are getting a diamond, so
yeah, I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Avi will start at gold.
Yeah, probably like an 84, if I had to guess.
Yeah, he's been meh. Big old pile of man, but he hit a home run today at least.
He did hit a home run today, and so did Bryant and Rizzo.
Good game. Good game all around. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to a lot of it, and I cannot wait for this year. But what would be like for one person getting into the community this year, like just now? What would be your advice to all those new people getting in that are coming from like Xbox or like just now getting the game this year, and they want to get into content creation?
Okay, perfect. So I would say don't look at the numbers at all. Just get to know other people first. You know, I would start going into chats, talking to other people, make some friends, and kind of learn just what you're getting yourself into first. Because if you're doing too much and you're just pressuring yourself to do, you know, things that you don't know how to do, then it's not going to work out. So I would learn to make friends, and it doesn't need to be freaking kooks. Because I mean, that's not easy to do. Just reach out to someone that's, you know, just a regular streamer like me, Cubs fan, like just someone, man, someone that you can just talk to and get an understanding of what you're getting yourself into. And then once you do that, start uploading or streaming consistently. It's simple as that. I mean, if you're consistent, it only takes one video for things to take off, or one stream for things to just go up. That's what happened to me. One stream, and ever since then, I've been on a constant up. So
yeah,
it's simple as that. Just keep being a consistent. Upload as much as you can. Stream whenever you can, but when you're streaming, make sure you have energy and make sure you're having fun first.
Yeah, don't push yourself to do something that if you can't give your full energy. Because
exactly.
I've always been in that situation where I'm sitting here like I feel like crap, but you know, I want to get some content in. At the same time, I want to be able to show off my best. So that I always preach that to others. Like networking, best thing you could do in this community.
100%.
I fucking love. I love getting to know people, more people in this community. I mean, there's a reason why I know you. There's a reason why I know all these guests that I've had on. So, you know, if it wasn't for networking, I wouldn't have this podcast either. In all honesty, I wouldn't have guests.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's crazy because it doesn't take much, you know. You go into, honestly, like, this may sound dumb, but you come into a couple of my streams, like I'm gonna support you as much as you support me. Like that already means the world to me. I don't need a sub. I don't need gifted subs. I don't need raids. I don't need hosts. Like if you're just coming in to say hi to me, like that says enough about you. Like that really does mean a lot to me. And I think that's speaking for a lot of other streamers too. Like I really do think if you're just going into someone's chat, like they're going to try, and obviously they can't always, you know, there's people are busy, but when they are able to support you, I guarantee you 100% they would. And I'm one of those people. I would 100% support you. So that's if you ever need someone to reach out to, you know, I'm one of those people that you can.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. And my other advice to others, don't burn bridges.
Yep. Don't don't expect things to go don't expect people to watch your stuff, you know, like let it happen organically and things will just flow. I mean, it's simple as that, man. You don't need to ask people. And I that's something I did. I never tweeted about it, but I would always ask like, hey, can you retweet my tweet? Like, you know, looking back at that, I'm like, you're an idiot, bro. Like, what are you thinking? But that's something you learn over time. But if you're at like a lot of, like, you should know by then, you know what I mean? Like you should know the streamer and YouTube etiquette. Like it's not that hard to realize that you shouldn't be asking, you know, for people to watch your stuff. But anyways, moving on. I think you know the point I'm trying to come across, but
yeah. No, I get the point. I definitely get the point. But yeah. Well, definitely let's move on to the topics I bought into. And it's mostly, you know, obviously MLB The Show. And we've been chatting a lot about it. We saw the new dev stream today. You've seen all the past dev streams. What's one thing that hasn't been addressed yet that you feel that still needs to be addressed by next week?
I would say, I mean, they talk about it briefly, but man, it is so brief. What are the 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff? Like, I'm wondering if that's weekend league. I'm wondering if that's for road to the show. I'm wondering if that's for franchise. Like, what is that for? I don't know yet. And what about the hitting? Like, we've heard very minimal about hitting. We heard about pinpoint pitching. That's very nice. We heard about catches up against the wall. It's very nice. Can we get more about hitting? I don't want to have the late OKs. I don't want to have, oh, that's an out because it's on the late side of good. Like, I want good hitting. That's all I want.
Good hitting will make this game one of the best. Period.
Oh, yeah. That's all it needs, bro. That's all
really,
it needs.
Really, yeah, that's all it needs. And I saw those numbers that they brought up, and just something doesn't gel with me with that.
Oh, are we talking about the ones that they had last year in the dev stream?
Yeah, like the good and like the perfect.
Yeah,
the average for perfect perfects, the average for good goods, the average for.
Yeah, that was in a dev stream last year before the game dropped. That was for the beta last year, I think. Yeah,
and then they bought those numbers again, but then for this year going into next year, something doesn't really gel with me because the numbers just don't seem right. Because they may be perfect, but I don't know if people are hitting over 800 when they hit perfect.
I wasn't. I'll tell you that. I probably hit like 400, 500.
That's still good, but at the same time, like.
But it's perfect. I think that if you're not gonna have good, rewards for perfect, then make perfect harder to get. I don't think it's that complicated.
This is what I'm hoping for, though. With the fact that they're moving into the whole idea of separating simulation and competitive modes, you obviously saw that, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's like casual,
like Madden, right?
Yeah, it's like Madden, casual, simulation, and competitive. And
yeah.
I feel it's going to be a lot better when it moves into that side. That's my hope, but you can only hope for so much. When it comes
and I think it's different for Diamond Dynasty too. Like, I don't know how they're gonna incorporate that. You know what I mean? Like, it should be interesting to see what they do with it. But again, like, I don't know. Like, they're still veteran and rookie and all that stuff, and I just think that it's going to be so difficult to make this game competitive. Like, I don't think the comp community is ever going to be satisfied with this game because I don't think they can make it. Like, they're just going to go for the majority. Like, they're going to say, freaking Joe Schmo who grinds Conquest for 5 hours a day. They're going to appeal to him more than they're going to appeal to a top player in the world. Like,
you gotta find
the comp community is ever going to be satisfied.
You got to find that mesh though, because otherwise it's just not going to work.
And I don't know if they can. That's the problem. I don't think with the way they've made the game, I don't know if they can. We'll see this year. I think this year's a huge testament to that, and we'll really see like how many changes they made in order to make it like a mesh. But I don't know if they made it a mesh this year. I think it should be interesting.
Yeah, it definitely should be interesting to see if they're able to do it, but at the end of the day, I'm not too sure about it. It's and this is my guess. Also, with the 1, 2, 3s and all that, what intrigues me, and I feel as though I'm seeing, gives me FIFA vibes because FIFA has that same thing.
Right. Yeah, that's what I saw that on Twitter today, I think.
Or maybe like solo battles, maybe some solo battles would be fucking nuts.
Solo battles would be interesting, but I think the weekend league is the one way. I think if you add weekend league, you make World Series the post World Series, so like 950, 1000, 1050. Like, if you make that better rewards, I think people would be happy. And I think if you gave top 50 players something other than just a banner, I don't think people would complain. I think that's all they want. Weekend league and those two other things. And I think everybody in the comp community would be happy. Even solid hitting, it doesn't need to be great, just better than last year. Like, I think that's all they want.
I mean, weekend league will also help them diversify their content as well. A lot better than what they were, because obviously you and me both know the schedule that they had out for content was
Yeah, I mean, I think it was weird how, like, oh, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, Babe Ruth was dropped in a weird way, I think.
It was
I think that
it was like out of nowhere. It was the what was it called? The
I
All-Star
know
program,
something like that. And then
the All-Time Teens program. They've done that before, that program
right,
before, but
but Babe
we
Ruth,
didn't see it coming. And I mean, it was
but
nice because Babe Ruth was a World Series award last year.
right, I just think that that was a lot of, like, and that was another thing. Like in 18, no one wanted to grind. That Babe Ruth grind was ridiculous, just like the Lou Gehrig grind. And another thing that was horrible with the schedules was the team affinities. You had Team Affinity 1 for like 2 months, and then right back into freaking Team Affinity 2. And the Team Affinity 3 was like what? September, October.
Hmm.
That was horrible. Horribly spread.
Well, I mean, moving into that with Team Affinity, like obviously you see that it's going to be not face of the franchise. It's going to be the 42 series.
Yes.
Do you like that?
I I think so. I think it is a really good message, like, trying to accomplish with that, which I thought they were trying to go with something else behind that. Like I thought they were going to add all African American players, which would have been really, really cool. To give a great tribute to Jackie. Like if you would have had like, I thought that was what they were going for.
That's what a lot of us thought.
And then they added Joey Gallo, and it was like, huh? Like that's really weird. But even then, I think the 42 series is a cool concept. Like it has a really cool tribute behind it. I just don't know how far they're gonna take it, because I think they can only go so far with it. Like I think it's just like the face of the franchise. Like they could only go so far with the 42 series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And I mean for the 42 series, like Hank Aaron and all those guys already have cards, and I know that those are only 87s, but they already have cards, so they're probably not going to get the 99s of that card, if you know what I mean. Like I think it's going to be really weird.
I mean, we did get a pre-order Mickey Mantle last year, and he was the collection.
No. What I mean is it won't be a 42 series card.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think the 42 series will be continued for very long.
Yeah,
I think it's just for the launch of the game, not like the face of the franchise was, where it was Team Affinity 1 and Team Affinity 3, and then they had some cards like sprinkled in between. So I don't think it'll be continued for long. I think this is just a launch thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. It's a definitely what I'm thinking. But what do you think? What do you think they would go with it after the 42 series?
I think with this year, since Jackie is the cover, I think they're gonna really try and capture that whole theme. Like I think they're gonna do a lot of things surrounding Jackie, like a lot of cool events. I just don't know where they go after the 42 series. I really would love to see them bring back the what they did with Cargo and Eddie Matthews, where you upgraded the cards.
Oh yeah. They've done
I really
that.
think that'd be awesome.
They did that in the past, like way back when.
Like 15 and 16 and 17, and they stopped in 18.
Yeah, they did that with like that Joe Mauer card, and then that when everybody
Justin Verlander, John Lester,
Troy Tulowitzki.
Yep.
God, I remember when I peed my pants getting that fucking gold card.
Dude, they need to bring those back, and I was really disappointed this year to see. That's another thing with content. Why didn't they use that more this year?
I feel like they do need to extend that more, but we'll see what they do with that with the XP reward path.
Yeah, that should be nice.
Who do you think is going to be the new Kluber this year?
The new Kluber, man. Oh boy. That's a scary thought, because Kluber was so good at the start. I definitely think it's someone that's going to have a sinker.
Pedro.
Pedro would be filthy, and it probably will be. But the thing with Pedro is
he's also getting a 42 card. So
right, yeah. So I think I'm going to take Pedro out of that pack. I think I'm taking Pedro and Babe or Griffey. I'm definitely taking Pedro, I think. So
I want to see what those stats are first and then go with it.
That's true. Yeah, you always got to consider that, but I am I'm getting so excited thinking about it. It's
Dude,
crazy.
trust me, I am too. What's the first team affinity you're gonna go after, at least?
I haven't decided. I'm torn between the Royals, the Rangers, and the Diamondbacks for now. Because I love Ketel Marte's swing.
Who
I love
doesn't?
Salvi.
Who doesn't?
And I love Joey Gallo.
Who doesn't?
Picture this, bro. Picture Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey, and Joey Gallo as your starting outfield.
Damn, that does sound good. I mean, you got that fielding out in the outfield with Griffey, and I mean, was Aaron much of a fielder or no?
I could tell. I don't know if he was like anything outstanding, but I definitely think he was solid.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I mean, obviously we all know he was an amazing hitter, but he did win a couple. He won 2 Gold Gloves, so 3 Gold Gloves. So I mean, if I had to guess, he'll probably get like gold fielding.
70,
definitely not
fielding,
diamond.
70, 80 fielding, maybe.
Yeah, definitely not anything bad. But I don't think he gets diamond fielding to start off.
Yeah. So they were teasing at more legend reveals. What's like the one you're truly hoping for that we finally get? Because
A-Rod.
I honestly,
no hesitation.
A-Rod, yeah.
Dude, remember the 99s, man? Oh.
That 99 A-Rod was dirty. The Seattle one.
Disgusting. The Seattle one, dude, and then I would love Carlos Beltran back. I'm not a big Derek Jeter guy. I'm really not.
Oh. Sorry, Scan.
Yeah. Sorry, all Yankee fans, dude. I'm not for it, man. I don't want Jeter, but I mean, it would be kind of cool because I mean, it's Derek Jeter and he adds a lot of, marketing to the game. But I mean, do I want Derek Jeter? I mean, we all know his fielding's going to be common, guys. Come on.
No, damn well they're going to juice it.
Oh, they're going to give him diamond fielding, 99 across the board, 99 arm. Yeah, they would. And I think they teased him twice, and I think they're going to probably add him in the game. Like, I expect him to be out of next weekend. I really do.
I really do, too, because I was expecting Hank Aaron to be the full collection reward, but not anymore. I honestly... I think it's either going to be Jeter. I think it's going to be Jeter.
I think Hank Aaron is too... I think Aaron's too good to not be the collection reward. I'd be kind of annoyed if he wasn't. Like, if Jeter was the collection reward, I don't know if I'd be okay. I'd be kind of pissed.
Yeah. A lot of people...
Like, okay, he'd probably be the AL. He'd probably be the AL, which would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about Pedro being the AL, but like if it's
he'd be the AL East.
Maybe.
Would it be horrible?
And then maybe like him getting a 99 later on down the road, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah. They definitely getting a 99. Like Vladdy was a collection reward and Vladdy got a 99.
Fielder is probably gonna be the Central.
Oh, that makes me so... I love Prince Fielder, dude. I am so excited.
Like, I remember having him what was it, 16? My goodness, his flashback cards were dirty.
They were
on a different level.
I'm so excited, dude. It's like I don't think I've ever been this excited for a video game ever.
Ugh. Chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your excitement for MLB The Show 21? Let me know. So obviously you saw a lot about Stadium Creator and how in depth it's going to be. Are you going to be utilizing that at all or no?
I think I will, but I don't think it's going to be my main focus. Like, I think I'm going to want to look at a lot of other things first. So I'm going to be doing a lot with the market, I think, to start off. I think I'm going to be doing packs. I'm going to get whatever free cards I can get. And then maybe I'll worry about Stadium Creator, but I definitely going to check it out to start off. I think there's so many different things that I'm going to be able to do this year.
That cornfield stadium's calling my fucking name.
Dude, and I am so excited to see your stadium. It better be freaking decked out with corn and I'm so excited.
It's I'm gonna like compensate the stands because there's not gonna be any stands in the outfield because it's gonna be all corn, and I'm gonna compensate it with a shit ton of stands in the back. And then, I'll find a statue that really exemplifies Iowa and put it in the front. Maybe not near the batter's eye. I don't know yet. I'll think about it first, but I don't know.
I don't know what mine's gonna look like. I to be honest, I really don't care like to what mine's gonna look like. I'm just ready to see it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Dan, I wasn't really expecting much out of you because I know you're a Fortnite guy. But you might like the stadium creator because there is technically building in that. It's like I saw the video of it and it is so in depth what you could do with the stadium. It's crazy. Like, it is absolutely nuts how much in-depth shit you could do, and people are still complaining, why is it not on PS4?
Yeah, people don't realize that it's not possible.
Oh, yeah.
Like they can't do it with the way that the PS4 is built. Like, and it's just it's a way for people to buy the PS5 and the Xbox, so people can. It's marketing, folks. Come on, we should know this by now.
Yeah, but they don't. So,
sad.
Dan says, "Can you sell beans? Can Cheston stand full of beans? No. You eat all my beans? Jeez. What's the stadium name gonna be? I already got mine. Penn Island.
That's pretty sick.
Penn Island.
That's pretty sick.
They won't know what it is. They won't know.
Oh, they won't know.
They won't know.
No.
They won't know what it is. Ha ha. Penis land.
I don't know what mine's gonna be named, dude. I don't. That's a question you're gonna have to come back to me for. I don't know.
Too bad we can't do any domes. That's a sucky part.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed with that, but
there's so much. They've been working on it for so long, and it's so fucking in depth. I can't complain.
No, I can't either. I'm okay with it.
Right. I'm completely fine with it, but yeah, I'm leaning towards Penn Island or just the
Cubby's cornfield.
There you go. There you go. Good one. All right. They teased that there will be changes to rank seasons in BR. What do you think they're going to be?
Rank seasons in BR.
Maybe it has something to do with the Roman numerals?
Maybe, but I'm praying that it's not because I want Weekend League. So I'm just going to bank on that still being a thing. If I had to guess, I think that they're going to change, the whole point system a little bit. I think I don't know. I think they're going to try and change it so comp players aren't complaining as much.
Well, they never really had a reason to go past 900 unless you wanted the top 50 banner, which is, just a fucking banner.
Right, which is what they need to fix. So they better, if they do fix it, they need to add more rewards for the top 50 players. But I don't know what it is. I think BR, they're going to change a lot of stuff, but I don't know what it is. But rank seasons, I don't know what I want them to change.
I feel like there's a lot of changes they could make. I would say more along the lines of incentivize people to go past 900. That's my gripe, and I'm sure that's the gripe for a lot of people. So
yeah, I would say so. I think that's a good assumption for sure.
Absolutely. Quick, what are your predictions for the first inning program?
First inning program?
Throw off a name. Throw out some 3 names. I don't know.
I'm going to go with... Let's go with... No, Duke Snyder can't be in it this year. I forgot about that.
Why not?
I'm going to... Because he was the first inning program last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to guess Tim Salmon because it's a random name and they like doing that. They did it with Todd Helton last year. So I'm going to guess Tim Salmon. I'm gonna guess that one of the legends they reveal on Thursday will be one of the first inning program cards.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with like not a current player, but someone that's recently retired, like Torrey Hunter.
Good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'll go with those.
A lot of outfield pieces. I feel like they're gonna bring in maybe some more pitching, but I don't know because there's gonna be so much. I've seen so much pitching when it comes to the team affinities now because you got Luis Castillo, Jose Barrios, who else was in that?
That might have been it, or there's one more maybe.
No,
I don't know.
Sneak Coot. They did not nix the inning programs. They did talk about it in the stream today that they were going to announce who was going to be in the first one. So technically speaking, they did not. So thankfully, I would love to get my predictions on that, but I truly don't know.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, I think like Torrey Hunter is like the perfect guy to add for like the first one because he's not incredible, but he's not bad. Like a Jimmy Rollins would be good too.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
But he was in the inning program last year, so
an early on shortstop, I could see it, or or we're gonna see a lot of those like 99s in the XP reward path. So we don't know. Yeah, and I like my excitement level is just like it's broken the roof of my apartment complex.
Just thinking about it, bro. It's crazy.
It really fucking is, dude. Like, holy mother of Jesus. Oh, D-Lo the GOAT with another sub. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Switch, you're now part of my cult. Welcome.
Switchbot.
Switchbot. All right. We've had a good podcast tonight, and is there really anything else you're really truly hoping for this year in MLB, or is
I would say probably just really make sure that the hitting doesn't let go, like it did last year, because we had a good game the first 2 weeks, and then Ramon said goodbye. Like, you're not going to get a good game for the rest of the year.
People want to bitch in the beginning of the year and saying it's like it's too easy.
People can't complain, and I saw my man Hannah tweet about it. If people don't complain, start off the year, we will be just fine. There will be no issues. The game will still be good if it comes out as a good game, which I have a feeling it will.
I do too. Like, I'm not worried about it.
But I think they're going to change it.
I think
they're going to mess it up again.
They got to give it at least a month. They've gotta.
They gave us 1 week, and that was it. And they gave us a patch.
They need to give us longer than that. I'm gonna sit here until the devs like, give it some time before you do this. Like, and I'd say at least give it a month.
Yeah, I agree.
And Sneak's like, they gave us the early access period. That was it. Yeah, that's true. But one thing I'm kind of worried about, but at the same time, I'm not. Servers. For the first time ever, we're going to have, we've had server issues in the past, but the problem is we haven't had many issues now, but at the same time, we've got, the Xbox players coming in and it's cross-platform. Like,
I think to start off, what's going to happen is the MLB servers are going to have to handle night one. They're going to be handling the total PS4 launch night. I really do. Because you're going to have so many different people that got the game early, and then plus the Xbox community. So I think a total of the people that play launch night, like excluding, the people that just bought the standard version. And then I don't think the game's going to work at all on the 20th. Like, at all.
I mean, I feel good about it only because this new server technology allowed them to have pretty much no issues after like how long, and I'm sure they've upgraded it even more to bring in more stability with the Xbox players coming in. But same time, you never know. I mean,
you never know. 2K has issues with servers,
but that's because they're trying to compare them though. 2K is just plain incompetent.
Right. But what I'm saying is everybody has server issues, and this is the first time that we'll have multiple platforms playing one game. So I think it's going to be rough. Not the 16th, but I think the 20th, that's going to be rough. That's what I think.
Yeah, because that's also when everybody that got it on Game Pass is coming too.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
I love that. I don't think there's any other way to put it, because that's, if you want to bring more people in, that's the damn right way to do it. You're doing it the perfect way by giving people a chance to play for free, pretty much, and go from there. And then next year, I think you take it off of Game Pass, just because then, like, the game will be pretty established and people will want to buy it. But I think that there's cool ways to incorporate it. Like, I'm kind of mad that PS Plus never got it as a free game, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad.
It's whatever.
It's fine.
I was gonna pay for the $100 version regardless. So
yeah, me too. 100%.
Like, absolutely. But all right. This last topic section is gonna be quick, easy, and then end the stream, guys. We're gonna move on to a Q&A for all you guys that are willing to ask questions. So if you want to throw in questions now, go right ahead, and we'll get to them towards Ty, and we'll answer as many as we can before we end it for the night, because we are hitting on about an hour at the moment, but we can still keep going. Are your expectations for the Angels high right now or no?
I'd be lying if I said no. They're pretty high. They're pretty high. I think we have a great bullpen right now. We have a mediocre rotation, but that offense can hit the ball. And let's see how they're doing right now. They're playing Toronto, and that is a very solid ball club. So I think if we're able to hit the ball against good pitching, then I don't think much could stop us. I mean, shoot, we're tied 5-5 right now. Like, the offense is keeping us in the game. So I don't think I'm ever going to complain about something like that. So I am very happy with how we're playing, and I think we could make the playoffs.
You think so? Wild card or division?
Wild card. Definitely not with the way the Astros are playing. Definitely not.
And no, I feel you. I mean,
I think they have a weaker schedule too, but
yeah, I feel like at the same time they could really just fall apart at any point. But we've seen how the Astros play, especially when they had a shitty record last year. They were able to make it to the ALCS.
Which, no comment for that. They have a great talented roster. I mean, George Springer was a huge loss, but then they got a guy like Kyle Tucker that comes right in and is just hitting bombs. So it really doesn't matter. The Astros are a very talented team.
Yeah. Quick, who do you think's making the playoffs, and who do you think's winning the World Series? I
got White Sox, Astros, Angels, Blue Jays, Yankees. Yankees win the division. Twins could be close for the wild card, but I think for the World Series, we see either the Astros or the Yankees, one of those two, and then the Dodgers or the Blue Jays. So I'll go with the Yankees and Dodgers. It's a typical pick, but I don't think you could go any other way.
Well, with the recent news about Trevor Bauer, I don't know if you read about it, because it just came out now that they're investigating the balls that he was holding and pitching with when he was pitching this week. And
no shot.
I'm not even joking. This was literally breaking news as we were talking. I was reading.
Oh, wow, you're not wrong.
Trevor Bauer had multiple suspicious baseballs sent to MLB for inspection that basically had almost a sticky substance on it. And it's like, we saw this coming. Like, we saw this.
He admitted it.
Like, he full blown admitted it, and he was trying to.
Yeah, he just tweeted about it too.
We're trying to, he's been trying to get people to look at Garrett Cole for a long time, and obviously they don't want to listen, and now they want to listen. So did he really?
He just tweeted about it. He said that the articles are talking a lot of crap and it's basically not true. And he said that the balls from every other pitcher are being taken out of play in every other game this season. So he's saying that this is a completely normal thing. And it's just another way that Manfred's ruining baseball. So we'll see. I think we'll see in the next few days.
Sounds like to me he's deflecting, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, because obviously we saw that he worked on his spin rate for a while. Yeah, he worked on it for a long time, but like you saw a dramatic increase in his spin rate. I don't know if that could happen in like 1 year. The thing. I don't see that like happening in 1 year.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
I mean, if something does come out that he did doctor baseballs, I mean, it just reiterates the fact. Mickey Mouse still young. Like,
yeah, that'll be interesting. I think there will be a lot of people upset about last season if that is true. So we'll see.
I could definitely see that. But I think we're heavily leaning towards the end of the podcast here. If you guys have any questions to throw in towards Ty Guy, make sure you guys ask away. I'm sure he'll answer any sort of question you bring forward to him. And yeah, it's been a fun one, Ty. I appreciate you coming on.
This was a good time. I had a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, brother.
Whatever y'all got for me, I am here to listen or answer. Whatever you guys got.
Right. Okay, I'll admit, but like sometimes I like what Bauer says and what he's done for the game, but then he comes around and says some dumb shit, and I'm sitting here like, what was that?
Yeah,
like what? Like he comes out and says like, what the hell are you? What are you saying? I understand. This guy in chat is waiting on him he's trying to remember a question that he's bringing towards us. But as of right now, we do not have any questions coming forth, and which is obviously fine. We probably got through most of what we wanted to talk, what more people wanted to hear anyway. So
yeah, I think we got a lot through.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. What's up, Nats fan? How are you?
What's up, my dude?
What's up, my dude? What's up? All right. I think we're gonna end it there for the night. Ty, you have any final words for the chat?
I appreciate y'all. I think this was a great podcast. And obviously, if you guys aren't already, I'm sure a lot of you already do. Follow my man Cuz fan. And if you guys have not on my channel, come check me out. I'm going to be streaming pretty much almost every day when MLB The Show 21 comes out. And then also, I'll be streaming quite a bit or uploading every day on YouTube. So make sure to check me out. And I appreciate you guys all for being here. It means a lot.
Shout out all your links, my friend. All of them.
All of them? Okay. All right, let me think. Twitch.tv/TyGuy711, Twitter.com/TyGuy711, and YouTube.com/TyGuy711.
Boom. Hell yeah.
Quick, baby. Quick.
Absolutely quick. Absolutely elite. All right. We'll read off these 3 questions and then we'll sign it off for the night. Nats fan says, favorite player of all time.
Mike Trout.
Easy.
Love me Mike Trout, man. How can you not? I'm an Angel fan. I've been growing up watching him my whole time. I got to go with Mike Trout.
Absolutely. Han Kylo says, if you could travel in time, what would you avoid?
So if we're talking in content, I would say, stop pressuring myself to do stuff so early and, just try and have more fun with stuff. And I would have started content creation later. Let's just put it that way. That's what I would say.
Right. And then last question, Sneaks Coot says, OnlyFans ?
Yes. Oh, Onlyfans.com/TyGuy711. Look it up, and I promise you won't be disappointed.
Yeah. Mine's
There's
just gonna be
nothing
yeah. There's nothing there. Mine's full. Mine's just full of corn. Mine's just full of corn. All right. Yeah. All right. That's gonna be it for the night. I appreciate you, Ty. Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Anytime, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all hanging out in chat. Sneak Coot, Nats fan, Switch Wave, Damn Jewel, D-Lo, the GOAT, the absolute GOAT. Thank you so much for hanging out. This podcast is going to be available on SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube, and on Twitch. If you guys miss it and want to check it out again, make sure you guys go check it out on there. Spotify and SoundCloud, you can just search up Out of Bounds with Cubs Fan 004, and I'm right on there. Follow me on there. And then on my and it's also on my YouTube, which is the video you see now. It is on youtube.com/Packer006. It'll come up as obviously Cubs Fan 004 YouTube. But I appreciate you for all of you for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Ty. Appreciate you, brother. This has been Out of Bounds, the Cubs Fan 004, live here on Twitch. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys. Peace.
Night, everybody.